In the time of Bible history, there was a geographic area known as Judea. Judea was a province of the Roman Empire. Now, a person who lived in Judea was known as a Judean, and in Latin it was Judaeus, and in Greek it was Judaios. Those are the two words, Greek and Latin, for a Judean. Now, the word in Latin and Greek, there is no such letter as J, and the first syllable of Judaeus in Judaios stops Jew. Now, when the Bible was written, it was first written Greek, Latin, Hananitic, Syriac, Aramaic, all those languages. Never was the word Jew in any of them, because the word didn't exist. Judea was the country, and the people were Judeans, and Jesus was referred to only as a Judean. I have seen those the earliest scripts available, and there was no such thing. In 1345, a man by the name of Wycliffe in England thought it was time to translate the Bible into English. There was no English edition of the Bible. It was only the educated church people who could read Latin and Greek, Syriac, Aramaic, and the other languages. Anyhow, Wycliffe thought, I'm going to make this translation into English. And he did. But in it, he had to look around for some words for Judaeus and Judaios. There was no English word because Judea had passed out of existence. There was no Judea. People had long ago forgotten. So he, in the first translation, used a word in referring to Jesus as G-Y-U, Jew. The first translation of the Bible, of the Scriptures into English, Jesus was referred to as G-Y-U, Jew. There was no printing press. Now, between 1345 and the 17th century, when the printing press came into use, that word passed through so many changes. I have them all here. If you want, I can read them. I will. That word, Jew, which was in the Wycliffe Bible, became, it was first G-Y-U, Jew, then G-I-U, Jew, then I-U, Jew, because the I in Latin is pronounced like the J, like Julius Caesar is I-U-L. There is no J in Latin. Then I-U-W, Jew. Then I-E-U-U. Then I-E-U-I, Jewy. Then I-W-E. Then I-O-W. Then I-E-W-E, all in Bible as time went on. Then I-E-U-E. Then I-U-E. Then I-V-E. Then I-E-W. And finally, in the 18th century, J-E-W, Jew. All the corrupt and contracted forms for Judaios and Judaeus in Latin. Now, there was no such thing as Jew. There was no such word as Jew. There only was Judea. And Jesus was a Judean. And the first English use of a word in an English Bible to describe him was G-Y-U, Jew, a contracted and shortened form of Judaeus. Just the same as we call a lab for laboratory, and we call a pram for a perambulator, and gas for gasoline. There's a tendency to shorten up. So who in England knew if you put out in spelling Judaios or Judaeus, there were no public schools, people didn't know how to read it. They wouldn't know what it was. It looked like a scrambled alphabet. So they made a short word out of it. Like in England, they call a public house, which is a bar in our country, a pub. Easy to remember.